This is workout number 4, the sacral chakra. It's just so important that we focus on releasing any negative energy that might be blocking your sacral chakra. It gets blocked by guilt. And we're going to let that go. No more guilt over self care. It's important and you're a priority. So let's go. Start with your feet wide, your toes turned out, and just sink down into your legs, rooting your heels into the ground, tailbone heavy towards the ground, so your spine is nice and straight. And we're just going to reach the arms overhead and exhale, take your arms out to the sides. Okay, arms reach up and side, up and side. Now press up through the heels and lower back down. We're just waking up the whole body here, connecting our feet to the ground. Keep going with the arms, or you could just hold your arms down as a modification and lift your right heel. Let's stay lower in the legs now, little pulses. Now spread out all of your toes on your right foot, well, both feet really. Reaching your arms wall to wall, 3, 2, hold, switch heels. Spread out your toes and pulse, pulse. Now, sometimes exercises are specifically breathing exercises. Otherwise, just focus on breathing consistently. Don't overthink it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel down and reach up. Come all the way down. You can turn your toes forward. Hands come down to the ground and just hang here for a minute. Let your head hang. Shake your head no. Shake it yes. Yes for our creativity and flow. Roll yourself back up. One vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders back. And let's just revisit our Pilates stance, because we always should revisit our Pilates stance. Heels together, and think about your pelvis, wrapping your seat, pulling the bones in your tush towards one another. And as you do that, you still maintain that tailbone heavy towards the ground. Your ribs are flat around your body. Shoulders are down. Make a little box with your arms. So genie arms, we call this. Scapula to rib connection, and you're gently pulling on your forearms to create more stretch and space in your upper back. Okay, now we're coming down to the floor. So the classical way, and this is really challenging, but let's work up to this. You'll step one foot back, come down to the floor, and lower yourself down. Now, if you can't do it, you're not alone. It's really hard to do. I've done it like a billion times. So work on that. Just a fun little trick. Good to have a nice challenge, something to work towards, right? All right, so let's just rock our hips a little bit side to side. Find your sits bones on the mat. And your hands are behind your legs. Roll your pelvis under and restack it. Breathe in deeply. Roll it under. Your sacral chakra is located in the lower abdomen area. Right back up, filling your lungs with air. Exhale, roll under. So it makes sense. It's associated with your sensuality, and it's easy to block it. It can be blocked by anything. Lift back up, roll under and hold. Now take one leg up, again, keeping your hand on the back of your thigh. Take the other leg up, feet together, pressure. Think about this. Push your legs into your hands and vice versa. Relax your shoulders. This is roll like a ball. Rock back to rock up. Maybe tap the ground. Now try to stay really round. Roll down to roll up. One more, rock back to rock up and relax. All right, let's lie down. And before we do anything else, take a giant stretch. Reach your arms out of your shoulders, reach your legs out of your hips. A big deep breath in, hug your knees, rock side to side, and place your feet flat on the ground. Spreading out your toes, push down through the mound of the big toes, and then the point on your foot just below the baby toe, and press through both heels. Now your pelvis is flat. Relax your shoulders, your chest is open. Let's tilt the pelvis and lower it down. Tilt the pelvis and lower it down. Now you're keeping your back ribs on the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Relax your feet. Exhale, lift. Inhale through your nose. Relax your legs and lower the pelvis. Hold the tilt. And we're going to do a little pelvic clock. So press your arms down, just your pelvis is lifted off of the mat. Take your hips right, down, left, and up. Right, down, left, and up. I hope you have some good music playing. I can't play music for this because I'm putting it on YouTube. Lift up, copyright stuff. Center and down. One more. Lift, left, center, and down. We're just unlocking the pelvis. Reaching your fingers to the sky. Exhale all the air out of your lungs as you lift to a C curve, reaching towards your feet. And lower back down. Breathe in deeply. Exhale all of the air out, lifting from the middle of your back, not your neck. And relax. Think of your tailbone like a heavy paperweight. Keep it heavy so you're not tilting here. The pelvis is flat. Good. One more time. Breathe in so much. Exhale to lift. Set your shoulders down. Scoop your abs in deeper. You're wearing a tight belt. Breathe all the air out and then breathe out a little more. And relax down. Take the knees up, right over the hips. So think parallel. Knees right over the hips, and then your feet are parallel to the floor. I'm sorry, your shins are parallel to the floor, pointing your toes. We're tapping down and lift. Switch. Tap and lift. Lower, lift. So we'll get you moving and then discuss form. This is called a knee fold, but you're hinging from the hip joint. Pointing your toes, keeping the pelvis completely still. Now maybe let them pass through space. We switch, tap, tap, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your feet down. Stretch your arms overhead, stretch your legs out of your hips, arms out of your shoulders. And bring your arms back down by your sides. Knees back up to tabletop. But this time, feet together, knees together. Shins parallel to the ground. Let's take the arms out to the sides, all the way out. They're really splayed out, pressing the arms down for assistance. Windshield wipers. Knees go halfway to the right. Keep squeezing them together and lift back up. Really squeeze them. Exhale to the left and center. Try not to move. Go to the right. Try not to move at all from the belly button up. Twist and lift. So it's probably going to be a little smaller than you're able to go because we want the ribs to stay down. And now we're really getting into those obliques. We're isolating. All these little tweaks make a big difference in the muscles that we're recruiting. One more each way. And left. Hold in the center and just hug the knees in. And stretch out. Reach your arms over your head. Stretch your legs out of your hips. Get taller, get longer. Breathe in, and on your exhale, arms down by your sides. Right leg shoots up to the sky for a one-leg circle. Now, if it feels better for you to bend your left knee, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, stretch it out, flex the foot. Point the right foot. Screw your leg into your hip joint. That's another important tweak. So your heels rotated slightly in, toes out. Across and around. Circle on the ceiling with your toes going in one direction. But only your leg moves. And reverse. Counterclockwise. Point to the sky. Think in terms of what's moving and what's still. Everything is still. You're stirring your femur bone in your hip joint. Hold it and switch. Stretch out. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen your hips. Flex the right foot. Point the left. Go across. Go around. Across. Around. Letting go of any tension you might be holding on to in your chest, your jaw, your shoulders, your throat. Hold it and reverse. Out and around. Bracing yourself. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knee. Hug your other knee. Roll up to seated, and we are going to roll like a little ball, letting go of all guilt we have associated with exercise. Think about how many times over the years you've wanted to work out, but you just didn't make the time for it. So we're letting that go. We are creating the time and creating the space. I need a sip. Pilates Princess mug from my sister-in-law, Christiana. I love it. All right, here we go, guys. You can start with your hands behind your thighs again, pushing your legs into your hands, maintaining this shape in space, just like you did during the warm-up. Or you get teeny tiny like a little ball with your head between your knees. Rock back to rock up. Now relax your upper back and do it again. Rock back to rock up. Keeping the spine in this rounded curve. My Pilates teacher, Zoe, used to say, no X-rated pelvises, which is appropriate now for this focus on our sacral chakra. One more time. Rock back to rock up and release. Great. Okay, let's do a mermaid stretch. So our legs are going off to the right side. Reach your left arm up, stretching over to the right. Arms out, palms up, and stretch to the left and lift. One more, over, just to warm up before we do our side planks. Over and lift. Take that left hand behind your head. Take a deep breath. Exhale, look to your foot. Look to your right foot, all the way down. And back up. Place your left hand down. Right arm reaches up, and you're stretching your right leg out straight. Coming up onto our left knee. Lift. Open the hips. Push them forward. Look down at your left hand and lower back down. It's important that you screw this arm into the shoulder to stabilize your shoulder and keep it safe. Take another breath. Exhale to lift, lift, lift. Push the hips forward. Look down at your hand. And lower. Hold this next one up. Your right foot is pressing down. If it feels good, you can straighten your left leg. Your right leg will be over the left. And then bring it back down. Okay, just challenge yourself. Slide it back. Try to lift a little bit. And then bring the knee down. I don't want you to overdo it. Okay, just lift a little bit and lower. Release. And as you build up endurance, you'll be able to come all the way up and hold. Let's take the legs over to the other side. Sitting up so tall. Reach. Inhale. Exhale, stretch over. Inhale, open. This is a breathing exercise. Exhale, stretch. And lift. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hand behind the head. Open your heart. Breathe in. Exhale, look down to your left foot there. Relax the shoulders. And come back up. Hand on the ground. Left leg straightens. Reach overhead. Push the hips forward. And lower down. You have fascia tissue that covers your entire body and connects your whole body. Think of the fascia like train tracks running through your body, your whole system. And when there's a rumble, a dysfunction, a break in the track, it can affect the entire track. You feel it throughout. Hold. Next option, stretch. I wasn't planning to go into that little analogy, but it makes sense, right? Stretch and back. Honor thy body. Recruit your obliques. And down. And release it. All right. Stretch the legs out straight in front of you. Rocking your hips a little bit side to side. Finding your sits bones on the mat. Reach your arms out and roll back. Bone by bone by bone. Inhale. Exhale, lift up to the tips of your shoulder blades and lower back down. Exhale, lift to the tips of the shoulder blades and lower back down. One more time, lift, lower back down. Your next option is to do 3 more of those or do a full roll up. Reaching your fingers towards your toes as you scoop your belly button into your spine and roll back down, melting vertebra by vertebra. Breathe in. Blow all the air out of your lungs, scooping your belly button in, pinching off of your seat, and restack your spine. Roll the shoulders. Let's come on up to our hands and knees. And spread out your toes, hooking your toes. We're going to revisit this plank here. So arms screwed into the shoulders. I say revisit from a previous workout, not this one. Abs drawn in. Lift your knees an inch off the ground. And lower down. Deep breath, lift and hold, connecting all 10 toes to the mat. Think about it, the head of the metatarsal, where each toe bone begins. Try to really spread them out and connect them to the mat. So let's move the knees side to side, and then hold it in the center, and relax down. Sit back on your heels. Stretch the arms out. And come back up. Come onto your side. Hand behind your head. So on your elbow and behind the head. Try to lift your waistline away from the ground a little bit. Bend your knees, little clamshell. Top knee lifts and lowers. Open the chest. Now, think about alignment. If we were together right now, live in person, I would be a stickler about keeping yourself stacked, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, pressing the head into the hand. See how those little tweaks matter? It helps. Hold it up. So good for those SI joints in your lower back. People complain about those a lot. Good. Relax. Take it over to the other side. Home stretch. Get your body lengthened out. Use the edge of the mat, the back edge of the mat. Elbow, shoulder, hip, all in alignment. Knees are bent. Clamshell lift and lower. Lift your waistline away from the ground. And it might not happen, and that's okay. It's just as we plant these seeds, little by little, you'll start to move differently. Here's a nice affirmation. Take a breath. I feel safe in my body. I feel safe to soften and release. Yes. Coming up onto our toes. Lift your hips. Shake your head no. Shake it yes. Always yes. And roll up your spine. Deep breath in. Hands come to prayer. Exhale down to your heart center. Let's come into our Pilates V. Wrapping your seat, zipping up into the center line. If it doesn't feel good for you to have your heels together, you can open them. Your priority is the wrapping of the seat, and that is your homework. Okay, so let's do a little final balance, tippy toes, wrapping your seat, and lower down. Namaste, my friends. Workout number 4. Good job.